Hello, my name is Agatha and this is the tarot reading for the month of July 2016 for the sign of Aquarius. I'm going to use the mini Connolly tarot deck and then I'm going to use the Sacred Rebels Oracle, and the Oracle card that came out for you, Aquarius, for the month of July was number 25. Release the dark wound, let love live. And I'm going to read a few lines from this book, from the guidebook that came with the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. What does it say? If we detached something from its source too soon, trying to force it to become what is not yet ready or willing to become, we can unintentionally sap it of its strength and kill it. There is a dark wound in the consciousness of humanity which demands perfection and denies process. If you are thinking of publishers before you even written the book, for instance, then this dark wound has you in its grasp. You have to let go of the death grip of perfectionism and let yourself and your ideas live. Release the dark wounding of false belief. There are countless stories of vastly successful artists who very nearly ended the project that was the making of their career because of despair, for instance, that was caused by their own dark nature. They had doubts, they were uncertain, was their work good enough, was it useful, those types of doubts. So they nearly lost their work to fear. Do not let this happen to you. It doesn't matter if the work that you're doing right now, the project, is meant to be will be successfully in a financial way or not. It doesn't matter. You must allow it to be without judgment. Okay? So just allow it to be born. The general reading for you, Aquarius, you have 5 major arcana cards, just like Capricorn. 5 trumps, and those were different decks. I used a deck for Capricorn and I used another deck for Aquarius, and it came out different major arcana cards, but 5 trumps, which tells me that the month of July for you, for some of you, Aquarius, might be very intense and very important. In the position of the significator for the month of July, Capricorn, you have the Chariot. So this might mean a trip for some of you, or this might mean like a general theme. You might be very determined in a certain direction. And you might be fighting maybe within yourself, because maybe in your head you already have chosen a path, and you maybe kind of analyzing everything, and you are determined on this certain path because you think this path will lead you to success. But maybe there's another horse, even though you don't see it here. There's 2 horses, and the other horse wants you not to just be so set on this path, just want you to let things flow naturally, just like the oracle said. Okay, so there's many ways of reading this. Either way, you really determine this month, just determination this month. In the position of that which is yet not seen, you have the moon, so there might be the revelation of something which is hidden, a secret, or not necessarily a secret. Could be a secret, could be something to do with love. Someone might be in love with you, it might tell you, or you might be in love with someone and you didn't know it, because sometimes that happens, that you have this strong pull or this strong attraction, or you might have some romantic feelings towards someone and you don't even know it, and suddenly there is this revelation, but to you, The other thing that might be hidden and will come to light during the month of July is something to do with your health. I'm not saying that will be, maybe for some of you, and it doesn't mean it will be bad, okay? This is just July, okay? This is not forever. So it might be like the revelation that you might have some health issues and you have to deal with them. In the position of the root for the month, or the basis for the month, you have the 5 of Swords. There might be a realization of limits, maybe within your body, maybe within yourself. Maybe you understand, maybe it's to do with health issues, and you understand you cannot have everything, you cannot have it all. There's boundaries, there's limitations, even if you like it or not, there's limitations. This could be also have to do with your creative project. Maybe these limitations connect to, if you overanalyze one thing, that thing might not come to fruition, that thing might not be creative. So those are the limitations upon criticism, upon super analysis, and just allow things to flow kind of naturally. Yeah, what else? I think that's it. In the position of the past, which influences the present, you have the 9 of Wands. So in the past you defended yourself, you defended your emotions, you defended your vulnerability, so kind of detached emotionally, and you were very good at that. So you keep emotions in one side, and you kind of use your mind, most of it. Mostly you use your mind and your logic and your rationality, and you do not allow that your emotions kind of dominate and dominate you. Don't allow it. So this is kind of detachment and self-defense, and also self-discipline and controlling your emotions, controlling yourself. In the position of that which you want, you have the 10 of Pentacles. If you have some sort of big, how do I say, socially, if you are socially viewed in a very good light, if you have some sort of social elevation, if you have achieved something in your career, even in your personal life, I would say more in your career, but a certain position, if you have reached a certain position in society, you want to keep it. You want to keep it that way. Okay? This also can mean that you want to be okay with your family. Let's say your family is rich, for instance, and you might be in love with someone for the very first time, for instance. You might be in love with someone that your family, who's very rich, might look at in a very inadequate way. Your family might perceive him or her as inadequate to you. Maybe he or she doesn't have the same money as you do. Maybe he or she didn't went to college, didn't have the same type of upbringing as you did, and you still want to be okay with your family, for instance. If this is a health issue that might influence your work, for instance, if anyone in your job, the higher ups, know that you are sick, this might influence in a negative way your job. So you want to keep, you still want to keep your job, your profession, your career, and your social status. You don't want to a illness to take all of that from you, to take from you everything that you've reached, you've reached all the success you've reached so far. So you want to maintain your social status, kind of. In the position of the near future, you have the Temperance card. So this tells me that there might be some health issues, yes, but you will take care of it. And Temperance card to me is also the guardian angel. So it's the guardian angel showing up and telling you everything will be okay. Don't worry, everything is fine. I'm with you. Don't worry, I'm with you. Everything will be fine. If this relates to a creative project, it means that you will learn how to not overanalyze something, not to overanalyze it to death. You will learn harmony. You will learn how to be kind of in the middle and not let your mind rule. You will still be determined, yes, but you will give space within yourself to allow this project to flow more freely. So there will be like a moderation, an harmony within you. You will not self-control. This is self-control, yes, this is still self-control, but in a more moderate way. In a more moderate way. In the position or the card which represents you, how you feel, you have the Page of Cups. So if this is related to health, you might be feeling very emotional. You might be feeling very emotional, very sensitive, yeah. And the type of, you will have feelings that you never felt before, just kind of overflowing. And but I think you will be able to dominate them within reason, not over dominate them. If this has to do with love, it's you feeling certain types of feelings, romantic feelings for the first time, or falling in love with someone who's younger than you, or you are younger than this person, I would say, also according to the cards. And you might be, talking to this person, whomever he or she is, kind of freely, and offering your love, just declaring your love towards her or him. If this is a creative project, you will allow it for the first time in July 2016. You will allow it more freedom, and you will kind of work on it more from a point of view of love. You work on your project, not overthinking it, just out of pure love, and you will not be so focused on success. You will be focused on success, yeah, because the Chariot tells me that, but at the same time there is space in you to just allow this project to just freely be born or be created. In the position of others or the environment which surrounds you, you have the King of Cups. If this is health issues, you are the doctor or doctors who surround you are really competent, and they are really generous, and they are really affectionate. They are not just technically wise and competent and very competent, yes, but they have bedside manners. They are present to you on an emotional way. So they are not cold, they are not detached. You are being taken care of by very good doctors, or by a very good doctor who really cares about you and the way you feel in the process of healing in this maybe illness. So you are in good hands if this happens to be connected with health issues. If this happens to be connected with your creative project, someone, and this person might be also an artist, a very established artist, someone who has already achieved some sort of success in the artist world. He or she might be from a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, and this person might be paying very close attention to the development of your creative project. And he or she might be offering you, maybe not immediately, but either advice, or might want to be involved in this project. Maybe wants to publish it or something like that. If it's like painting, maybe he or she has a gallery or has connections. So someone who has already achieved some mastery in an artistic area or field is paying close attention to you and might be able to help you somewhat. If this is connected with love, if this is a love reading, this is the person who might be have been in love with you for a very long time. So you might be realizing the feelings of her or him towards you only during this month of July, and you are, you accept them, right? I'm sorry, you accept them, even though you are afraid, okay? But he or she might have stronger feelings for you longer, but it's mutual love. For you, younger love, for him, like stronger, or her, he or she just has these feelings, or has had these feelings for you for a very long time. In the position of fears, desires, and also advice, you have the Tower. I'm going to read this as fear. You have the fear that this sudden revelation, which is the Tower, I would say, that kind of turn your world upside down, and this could be connected to love, like suddenly realizing that you were in love with someone, or someone was in love with you, or suddenly realizing that something with your health was wrong with your health. You might be afraid that this will turn your life around in a very negative way, and things will be awful, and everything will be just awful, and never and you might be afraid that everything will end in a very negative way, and this will not be a positive change. But this is just the fear, okay? Do not listen to the fear. If this is connected with the creative project, again, I could read this as an advice, like allow that whatever sudden epiphany and sudden revelation that came to you, and so it could have been something as simple as you like doing the dishes. Sometimes I have ideas doing the dishes, just washing up, and like suddenly there's an idea. Allow that this sudden idea, that could be a brilliant idea, it's different idea, you never had this type of idea before, and it kind of breaks away from the mold of what you are used to do. Allow it to be born, okay? In the position of the outcome, you have the Strength card. So if this is connected with health, you will have the courage, or have the courage to face this, okay? If this is connected with the love, with a new love, have the courage to accept this love and to live this love. If this is connected with a creative project, have the courage to go slightly in a different path, or have the courage to develop this work, have the self-discipline to develop this work, okay? Don't be afraid. And Aquarius has courage. It has courage. It's a fixed sign, and it's opposite from the sign of Leo, and this is the card which is connected with Leo. You can see the lion here. So kind of adopt some of the qualities of Leo, okay? Like unflinching courage sometimes. Not just like mentally, but in other areas of your life, and even in feelings. Just be courageous. You can do this, okay? I would say this is a kind of a positive reading. Don't be afraid if this is health issues. Your guardian angel is with you, okay? Don't be afraid. Everything is cool. Everything is okay. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyaazar@gmail.com. I'll be delighted to work with you. That's it. Bye bye.